Hello.
Hi. What's up?
It is Monday. And it's been a long day.
It's been a terrible day.
Yeah?
I've had the worst day that I've had in a long time.
Why? What happened?
Yeah, it was awful. It was absolutely awful.
What happened?
Walked into physics class, whole 15-page booklet I didn't do that we were correcting in class in that moment. Then skip forward to math where I had a test. Totally didn't know what I was doing. I left a whole question blank, which I have never done in my entire life. And I didn't know what to do, so I just left it blank. And there were 7 minutes left in the class, and I was like, well, I don't know. And yeah, it was awful. And I didn't know what I was doing, and oh God, it's gonna be so bad.
Well,
Yep.
I got an 85 on a psychology test, and my mark went down by 4%. I had an...
85 is not even that bad.
No. But what's annoying is I had an 84 in the class, and I got an 85 on the test, and my mark went down.
How did it go down then?
I don't know. That's what pisses me off.
That's not right.
No. I also don't understand when people say that, oh, well, tests are 10% of your grade. How the fuck do you calculate that? Like, how do I do a percentage and a percentage and a percentage? Like, that makes no sense at all. Like, I'm just so confused.
I don't know.
And everybody's just like, well, calculate it. What do you mean? Like, that makes no sense at all.
What do you mean? I don't know. Like, I can calculate the percentage of something, like, but I can't calculate what, like, I can tell you what, like, 20% of something is, but I don't know how to, like, take my mark and then put that into percentage and then, like, add it to my mark and see how much it's going to affect it. Like, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, all of that just sounds very confusing.
I don't know.
So somebody could explain how you do that. That would be lovely.
I don't know. I don't know. Oh yeah, and even better, with the test that I didn't know what I was doing on, my teacher wasn't there.
Oh.
Of course, when I need her the most because I'm struggling, she's not going to be there. No, God forbid that I can have help when I need it. No, but when I don't need her, she's circling around like an eagle over my desk. That's one thing I don't miss about in-person school is like the absolute panic you have when the teacher is circling around and when she passes you, of course you tend to be doing something super stupid and then she's watching you either on your phone or not doing your work.
See, I just put in headphones and do my own thing and didn't care what the teachers were doing. And sometimes they'd be talking to me and they'd have to tap me on the shoulder to get my attention, but it's fine. But we're on the online universe now, so it doesn't matter.
Anyways.
Well, this should be interesting.
You said we were going to talk about diets.
Not diets. That is a whole other ball game. We're doing exercises.
Oh, yeah, workouts.
Yeah, and how we're keeping...
I mean, we're not actually doing them.
No, we need to be clear. We're not going to be doing like a Apple Fitness Plus thing where we're guiding you through the exercises, because that would be torture.
Also, because I wouldn't be doing them. Like, you won't catch me doing any sort of workout on this podcast. Just Letting
No?
you know. I'm like, no. No, you won't.
Oh. Well, that's too
And if I
bad.
am, it's a clone. Simple.
Or you're like doing a sleepwalk thing, but instead of walking, you're dancing or tennis or whatever.
Yeah. I'm a zombie at that point.
Yeah.
I've been taken.
Okay. I'll believe you. Okay, but actually, do you...
I'm in the middle.
of eating ice cream?
I'm in the middle. No, I'm eating ice cream, but I'm doing the 21-day challenge thing for Blogilates, and I have 1 week left.
Yeah.
It's the longest 21 days of my life. It is. It's not even like... It's just 21 days. But it's been going by so slow.
Yeah.
In the last week, though. Like 7 more days. 7 more days, Katerina.
Okay, that's good. You have held on for however many days that is.
14?
Yeah. Yeah. I tried to do I shouldn't say tried because I completed it. I did 34 days of exercise, like workouts with different workouts, I guess, each day or whatever. So some days it would be like dancing, just like for cardio. Some days it would be like strength training, whether it be like lifting weights or doing a core thing or something like that. And then not really workout, but just like kind of cool down type whatever. I'd go and take my dogs for a walk, which helps because it is cold out. So it did help cool me down. But yeah, 34 days. I wanted to go for like 3 or 4 months. But that did not happen. So I'm kind of
I don't know if I'm gonna like... Because this is the longest that I've... like, these 14 days, that's the longest in a row that I've worked out.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I don't know, I might want to start, like, because Blogilates has, like, multiple, like, different challenges.
Yeah.
So I might actually, like, right after this is done, I might start another one, because I feel like it's better to, like, have a challenge thing, and you have to do it, like, every day. You know?
Yeah.
Because I feel like once I get off this, that I'm not going to work out for, like, 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Exactly.
But at least if I have a challenge, like I know there's like I did like a 1 month ab challenge like a couple of years ago that was really good, so I might do that. Or she has like arms and she has legs and she has like thigh, I don't even know. She has a whole bunch of ones, so I might start another one after that. After this one.
Yeah. I know the fitness marshal. He is the dance fitness guy that I follow along with. He's doing I think it's either a 14 or 30 day booty army thing or whatever is I think what he's called it. Like a sweat session, I guess, where I think they do a live stream and you just kind of join in and follow along for an hour, which I thought about joining on the first day, and then life kind of got in the way of all that, so I never jumped on that bandwagon. But
Yeah, I thought of doing some like because I know about the fitness marshal, and I thought about doing some like dancing as just like a workout because I really like dancing and it's really enjoyable. Doesn't feel as like torturous.
Yeah.
as I was so surprised when you think of doing, like, 7 moves, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. That seems easy.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're there 20 seconds in and you're just hating your life.
Yep.
And you're just like, why did I do this? And you get to the first round and you're like, and then she's like, 2 more rounds to go. And you're just like, oh my God, I can't go 2 more rounds of this. Like, like, dancing I can do for like 3 hours. And I wouldn't even know that I've been doing it for like 3 hours.
I know.
You know?
I did it for like 2 hours and didn't even notice that time had gone. And started at like 9 o'clock, and I was like, okay, well, we'll do like 30 minutes, and then I'll get ready for bed. It was like 11:30 when I finished. And I was like, what? How many have I done? Because I'll like put a bunch of his videos into a playlist each month, just so that, like, the songs that I like and the dances that I like or whatever, and just do those. And that's like my daily exercise. But I haven't been doing that lately. But it was just crazy to me that like 2 hours had passed and I didn't even realize it. Because it doesn't feel like a workout, it's just fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Running is not so much fun.
I have asthma, okay? So I have never liked running because I would run for like 2 minutes and then I would not be able to breathe, right? So I was never really good at cardio.
Yeah.
Mostly because of my health, like it wasn't good for me.
Yeah.
And so I decided over, I guess it was like spring, summer, I started running with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wanted to get better, like, you know, I wanted to, God, I can't form sentences today. This is not the first time I've been able to,
That is me as well.
And I actually really, I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. Like, it's painful.
Yeah. But
I got to listen to, like, this podcast on a daily basis that now I find a lot harder to even listen to a podcast because I have to spend an hour sitting listening. Because I can't, like, listen to a podcast and, like, do homework at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, see, when we went into quarantine
now
in March...
it's so much harder.
Yeah. When we went into quarantine in March, I... like in April or May, I started listening to a podcast, and I would just take Chaos for a walk, like 2 or 3 times a day, just to listen to that podcast. And it was very relaxing and just, like, kind of disconnects you from reality, which was nice. So, I don't know. I enjoy listening to podcasts.
So that's why I liked running, is because then I could go for an hour, or like we ran for about like 45 minutes, like in total, but like my podcast was like an hour, right? So then I would run for 45 minutes and then I'd spend 15 minutes stretching.
Yeah.
And that'd be like once a day or so. So it was great, and you know?
Yeah.
So I kind of miss that. But like I can't go running. I mean, I see people running, but like that's a lot of commitment to do it in the wintertime. Like I could barely commit to doing it in the summertime, and now, you know, it's a whole other thing to go running in the snow and the ice, and
same with
biking.
Hot,
But you're cold and you're sweaty, but you're also like you're sweating, but then you also have icicles everywhere, and I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like I'm crystallizing.
At least you're not melting like a witch.
Yeah, that's true. I'm melting.
Yeah, well, and then it was raining today. Again.
I was standing outside when that was happening, and I was just like, "This is great," because I was waiting for the bus. And I was just standing there, like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, I was coming back from work when that was happening, and I was just like, well, this should be interesting tomorrow when the
Yeah.
roads are a lovely icicle mess.
Yeah. Remember a couple years ago when it rained, like it full on rained, and then it completely froze, and people were skating on the sidewalks and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I remember walking home that day, and we were like, it was Anna, Sydney, Nicole, and I, and we were holding on to each other for dear life, all in a row, walking down the sidewalk from the bus. It was
Yep.
so fun and very, very scary, but it was so fun.
Yeah, how do buses drive with that? Because I don't think they have studded tires. So they're just like...
I don't know how buses drive at all. They're so big.
Yeah, can you imagine a bus coming sideways, sliding it towards you? Like, no thank you. Like, they almost need, like, Batman spikes or whatever that just kind of, like, go into the ground at the push of a button. No, not like the devil's horns. Although that would be nice.
Why
not?
Anyways.
So, like, on average, how many times do you work out each week, do you think?
Well, to be honest, before, maybe it was only in the last couple months that I started working out regularly.
Yeah.
Before that, it was very, like, all over the place. It was on the day I'd be like, oh yeah, today I'm going to work out, and then, you know, maybe I work out the next day, but then it would just completely depend on everything, you know. Kind of like our life in the past year. It was kind of just like, I don't know what I'm doing today, you know, we'll see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
But then about a month ago, I started working out, like, regularly.
Yeah.
And then, like, winter break happened.
Yep.
And yeah, I didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started, like, this 21-day challenge, and so yeah, I didn't really have a workout schedule, like, at all. It was very inconsistent.
Yeah. See, I had like a teenage midlife crisis type thing, and
You work like 3 jobs. I'm not surprised. You're not even a teenager anymore. Like, I don't even know what you are.
but I don't make enough money to be considered an adult. That's the issue. Like, it's annoying.
But you make too much money to be considered a kid. You make too much money to be considered a teenager.
But not enough to be an adult.
So,
which is
here we
sad.
are.
But no. Like, I had this realization, shall we say, that I needed a change, and so I decided, well, we'll go for 1 month. That'll be our first goal. And then if we can get past that, we'll go for another month. So I finished the first month, and then December happened or whatever. And then I was like, but now I just want a break. So I took 1 day, and then I said, but we'll get right back into it tomorrow. That did not happen at all. And so here we are. So I went from having a strict, like, we're doing this at this time, this is what we're doing, this is how it's going to go, to, well, I feel like doing that now, so we'll do that. But I don't feel like doing that tomorrow, so Yeah. But I want to get back on it. I also kind of want to um, jump into vegetarianism again, which will be difficult. I can 157% guarantee that. But I do want to start getting back into a regular workout schedule. Because that was when I felt my best. So I find that exercising helps me mentally, physically, everything. Like, I don't do sports.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, for the longest time, everyone was talking about how, like, you know, working out, like, helps you feel better, mentally helps you feel better, you know, gets your energy like up and running, you know, makes you feel more energized after. And like, to be honest, for a few years, even though I was inconsistent, every time I worked out, I felt awful during it. It was hard.
Mm-hmm.
And then after, I felt so worn out and tired.
Yep.
Like, I felt more tired than I did when I started. And I felt worse. Like, I was like, I hated that. That was terrible. Like, I don't really know what I got from it. I didn't feel more energized. Now I'm just sweaty. And I have to go take a shower. You know? So for the longest time, and even still now, like, I'll be like, oh, I'm really tired, you know. But, like, I'm going to go work out anyway because everyone says I'm going to get so much energy from it. And I'm done working out, and I'm like, well, now I'm tired. I'm sweaty. I can't walk up the stairs, and I'm even more tired than I was when I started. And I said tired twice, and I'm sorry, but I'm tired.
Yeah.
You know? And I was like, I'm not really getting any, like, I mean, physically, like, I'm not, like, working out hard enough to probably get any change in about a month. Like, let's be honest. And I'm not about to, like, push myself to, like, do that because that will really make me a lot less mentally worse. If I push myself to do that, then it probably will make me happier, you know? Also, because, like, who the heck has the time for that? Because I don't. Like, I see significant changes in my, like, mental health when I eat better.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, or, like, when I eat things that make me happy. But not so much when I'm working out. And I still, to be honest, haven't seen big changes in, like, the mental aspect of working out. I don't know. I don't know if it's just me or if it's time. Like, physically, I've gotten better because I've gotten more in shape even in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Can't say that I've, like, lost a lot of weight. Also, I don't weigh myself because that makes me really sad.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate looking at that number and comparing myself to that number and that number that I want. So, can't say, but, like, physical changes on my body, I mean, you know, it's only been 2 weeks. I can't really expect anything at all. Not that I'm not really anyways. I don't really care too much about it.
Yeah.
But, like, mentally, I haven't seen much of a change. So, you know, maybe it's me. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's as I get older. I don't know.
Yeah, see, I don't find so much with, like, when I sort of switch up my diet that I feel better. I just, like, I don't see results from that. I just feel subconsciously like I'm doing something better for myself. So therefore, there's a bit of a reward. But for exercising, I have found that seeing my rings from my Apple Watch and just seeing that, oh, hey, you're this far along in your thing, sometimes will, like, if I'm, say, 100 calories from my daily goal, it'll make me want to get up and go do something just to close that ring. Because, like, right now, I want to get all of my rings closed this week, because then I get a Ring in the New Year reward, um, a 7-day all ring streak thing, and then it counts towards the January challenge. So that's my goal for this week. But I have found that being able to see what I'm doing and being able to see, oh, well, this is helping me in the way of calories or whatever, that helps motivate me. And I don't really notice like bodily changes from working out. Like my muscles are not toned or anything like that, but I have noticed more that I am able to, like when I flex my arms or whatever, I can see my muscles, whereas before I wasn't able to. And that was just from 1 month. So I would say that that is sort of a motivator, just from being able to see small results. But like there have been no drastic changes. And everybody says, well, you have to do it for like 6 months. And I'm like, I don't have the patience for 6 months. I want now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think anyone can say that they start working out because they care about how they look and they don't want to change it. Like, there's always that, like, I want to look a certain way. Even if and it can be, I feel like that's a healthy thing to, like, have a goal and be like, I want to lose weight. You know, I don't know, because I feel like sometimes you kind of get trashed if you're like, oh, I want to, like, change the way I look. Or, like, and then people are like, oh, but I love you the way that you are. You don't need to change. I don't think anyone can say, I started working out because mentally it makes my mind decluttered. Like, some part of you is like, yes, I want to lose some weight and I want to look a certain way and I want to be healthier and I want to be fitter and I want to be stronger. Like, And
Yeah.
I feel like that's okay. I don't know. I just had to put it out there because, like, sometimes when someone brings up how they want to lose weight or, like, hey, I don't like this part about myself, but, like, I can fix it by working out and getting toned, people are like, oh, no, but you don't have to change. I love you the way you are. And it's like, yes, but I also want you to be happy. And if reaching that goal is going to make you happy, yeah, obviously there's some mental aspect of you have to accept who you are and the journey and the fact that it's going to take you a certain amount of motivation to get there. But, like, I see nothing wrong with being like, hey, I see myself and I know that I can be this way. And I, like, when I look in the mirror, I know who I want to be. I just have to get there,
Yeah.
Because that's me. Like, I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, I can see myself. I can see the way I can look. I can see who I am. And I know that I can get there. It's just about, like, the time and, like, when that's going to happen,
Yeah, see,
I don't know.
I'm like the opposite. I see myself in the mirror and I see a like 500-pound person. Like that is just what I see. Like I don't think that I have any like self-acceptance in like physical respects. Like there's so many things that I would like to change, but don't have the willpower to do. And like I have a goal of what I'd like to look like. Like I don't at this point in time, I don't want to have like a 6-pack or anything like that because that just kind of seems douchey to me. But I'd like to have nice legs. Like that's a goal. I would like to just be slimmer, I guess. Like, I don't want to be bodybuilder, but I also don't want to be twig, but I also don't want to be Oompa Loompa. So.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that I look in the mirror and I think I'm perfect and like, like obviously I look in the mirror and I hate like 20 million different things about myself.
Mhm.
But like if I stare in the mirror and I look past all the things, I can see in the mirror and I'm just like, oh, can I just be that person yet? Please.
See, I can't do that.
But yeah.
But no, like having goals and like I guess having a role model is beneficial. But then there are days where you just feel down and none of that helps and you just kind of want to give up on everything, which is where I was for a majority of last week and spent 2 or 3 days doing like half an assignment each day, which I also hate how society expects students to still be getting like high 90s on everything. Like, we're in a pandemic here. Do students not get any chill? Like, sure, we had 6 months. Some people took all 6 months off, but there were some of us that put in the effort or tried to put in the effort and
Did what we could.
yeah. And they're still expecting us to go all out. So, right, like at this point in time, I'm just kind of like, you know what? If I take a day because I need to take a day, I'm not going to stress about it. Like, it is not going to super duper harm me. And one thing that I've read is if you set like one day a month where you just take a day and just do things as you want, like go for a walk, do some yoga, bake, make yourself a gourmet dinner, just do something that you'll enjoy. That is supposed to boost your creativity, your motivation, your sense of life, I guess. Like, it's just supposed to be beneficial altogether. So, what I've done is I have selected for the next 2 months just one day each month where I'm just going to, like, take the day and just chill and not worry about work and not worry about school and just be. Just be a being in the universe of however many billion people there are.
I've thought of doing that. I've heard you talk about it before because you've done it before, and I've thought of doing it. Thing is though that I'm so stressed out all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I cannot imagine like sitting and doing what I want, even if I want to do it. And in the back of my mind, having all these Google Classroom notifications and Power School notifications being like, beep, beep, this is missing, beep, beep, this is late. Like, like I can't, like it just stresses me out, right? So, like, I do a lot of things. I mean, and part of the reason why I'm so stressed out is because I do so many different things, right? Like, I create my own stress, right? Like, I'm doing a whole photography thing that I expanded in the last month. That's been, like, huge. Like I made like a website and I started like doing all those uploads and then I'm still doing like
views.
I know, right? I was so happy. And then like doing like George things, like filming and editing, doing 2 videos a week. Even if it's just a 2-minute video, the amount of effort that goes into that 2-minute video is astounding. And like what other things? Like, and then I'm doing like chamber and I'm doing like piano and I'm like trying to do like different art things and like all that. So and I'm going through like a Spanish book right now. like a Spanish workbook, right? So like a lot of the stress and stuff I do to myself, right? But at the same time, if I'm not doing something, I'm like, there's so much I could be doing. There's so much I could be creative things that I could be doing. Like if I never started a photography account, right? If I never took that step, I would not be where I am today. If I never started the George things. Like I love George. Like all the George videos, like I love doing them so much. They bring me so much happiness. Even though I get stressed out a lot.
I don't even know what that is.
I know you don't. It's okay. It's fine. It's my sheep that makes like IGTV videos like 2 times a week. And I've been doing it for almost a year now.
You need YouTube.
And I've thought of that, but I don't have the patience to have to like learn a whole platform and then move all that for like start uploading on there and then it's just a whole thing and yeah, not doing it. Oh. Anyways, I've come to that conclusion already. But
okay.
Shut up, Tegan. So yeah, so then like on one hand I'm like, oh, I could just stop doing all this, then I wouldn't be stressed out. But then I'm like, but then what would I be doing? Sitting around watching Netflix. And while I'm watching Netflix, I'm like, oh my god, there's so many cool things that I could be doing. I could be expanding my life. Like I could be doing all this stuff. Mm-hmm. And I'm not. Yeah. Like, you know, like I just want to take every opportunity and I want to like.
Yeah, that's where
I want to do everything that I can.
That's where I'm at as well. Because I'm just like. They're like, rather than just sitting in my room or like just watching TikToks or playing video games, I'm just like, but I could be at work, or I could be coming up with new business ideas, or I could be going and doing something other than just sitting here playing games or scrolling through TikTok. So when there's like I need downtime. Like, I need to have at least 1 hour a day where it's just sit and scroll through TikTok or play a video game or whatever. Or even go for a drive. Like, those are therapy. But then there are times where I'm just like, okay, but I don't want to do anything. And it's just like, but I could be doing so much more than nothing. And I kind of feel like I'm wasting my life on school because so much time goes to school. But I kind of feel like yes, it will benefit me later in life, but like now it's X amount of hours per week that I could be doing something else is sort of the mentality that I'm in. And apparently there's a school in Ontario where
I like
it's it's like work at like 100% work at your own pace. Like they just have semesters. Like there's, I assume it's like 2 semesters, and you've got your 10 classes or whatever throughout the year. But you just have to get your assignments done by the end of that semester, and that's it. And your tests, like from what this one person said, tests are like get them done within the week that they're handed out, but everything else is just like free reign on you. Just get it done by the end of the semester. And then they were like, but if you don't get it done, you just carry it on to the next semester. So it's just like, why don't we have that? Like I think that would reduce so much stress from my life. Just do everything at your own pace.
The thing that I notice is, like some people like that who like the at your own pace, you know, thrive over that. And then there's some people who need that kind of structure or else they get nothing done. Like, unless they go to school and they sit in class and are forced to do something, they will just not do it, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, I'm kind of like in the middle. I don't know. I have a very, like, flip-flop opinion about school that sometimes I'm like, yeah, I love school, and then sometimes I'm like, I literally hate this.
Yep.
It's very all over the place. The thing is that, like, school, the way it is molded for one type of person and doesn't have any variety for those who like more free reign or need more structure or need this or that or need more classes, need less classes, need, like, school the way it is made for, like, person A and only for person A and only works for one person.
It's a universal
or one
approach.
type of person.
Yeah.
Exactly. So some people like the free reign, some people don't. And the thing is that we all learn in different ways. Some people could stare at a tree and learn. I'm just like, so that's my problem with school is that, like, everyone learns in a different way. And some people can learn a whole language off of Duolingo, and some people need to get thrown into the town to learn anything. Right? It depends on the person entirely.
Yeah.
You know?
See, and that's why, like...
So that's what sucks about it.
Yeah. In September, I was like, okay, but why don't they have, like, the remote learning option? And why don't they have an option where you can come for, like, your 2 hours in the morning or whatever, or, like, 2 days a week or whatever, and get your lesson, like, get your instruction from your teacher, and then go home and work on it at home. Because then you still have contact with your teacher, and you can email them or, like, whatever. But then it's also, like, partially at your own pace of you're at your home, you then have free time if you need it, but you still have the commitment of being at school and meeting with the teacher. Like, why is it just you either homeschool, and this is just Saskatchewan in our system or whatever, it's either homeschool, e-school, or you have to be at school. And to me, how they have it being at school just sounds so ridiculous. Like, half of you are in one day, half of you are in the next. Like, that just sounds so stupid. Like, I would not be able to learn like that. Having to juggle between alternating days. Like, that would not work for me. So I don't know how you guys do it. Honestly.
Well, it's actually, I mean, I personally like it. I can't speak for anybody else, but it's kind of nice because you kind of get the half at school where it feels like, holy, I'm, like, actually a person. I'm in high school. Like, this is normal. I kind of get some interaction, not a whole lot, but I, like, I see some people. I talk to some people. I walk down the hallway. Like, it feels normal. But then you also get those days at home where it's kind of an at your own pace, kind of, I can wake up later. I can do what I want. I can kind of schedule my day to how I like it.
Mm-hmm.
And, work on this and then work on this and then go to this class and then, So it's kind of, and both of them have their downsides and both of them have their positive. Neither of which are perfect.
Yeah.
There's always going to be something wrong with school. And the thing is that it's never going to be perfect because, that's just the way it is. But, I mean, it's not that bad. I definitely didn't like online school. I was so confused and I was definitely struggling a lot in my physics class doing it online.
Yeah.
Math, not so much. I was pretty fine online with math, but, like, physics online, I was really struggling, and I got to class, and in the first day, everything made so much sense. He explained everything, and, I cannot learn from a textbook. The fancy language in those things, I cannot understand. Like, I can't. I was so confused. I didn't understand, and it was such a struggle to get through that week. So online school is definitely not for me. Yeah. But, like, I can see how some people like it. You get the stuff. You know what to do. You know when it's due. You can oh, this time doesn't work for me, so I'm going to do this now, and then I'm going to do this, and then you end up being more efficient because you're not in class wasting time. So I can
Yeah.
see how it's nice, but it's not for me. So,
Yeah. Well, and
you know.
like a hybrid system, like a better hybrid system than what is implemented now, would probably work better for me. Like, I am really enjoying being able to be at home and learn the way that I'm learning. Like, that, to me, makes more sense than being in a classroom for 2.5 hours where I get everything done in like an hour and a half, and then I'm just sitting there for like an hour, not doing anything but just sitting on my phone. Like, that is where the whole I could be at work right now, or I could be designing things, or I could be going on a walk, I could be doing something other than just sitting here. Like, that's where all of that started, was because I'd get all my assignments done and I would just be sitting there on my phone. So I would literally just text my mom and be like, "Hey, can you like call me out? I'm done everything." And then I would just go to work because then I'm making use of my time more effectively than just sitting there. Cuz I would literally get everything done for the day or the next day in the hour that they gave us, or the 2 hours, whatever it was. I'd get it done in an hour, which I know not everybody can do, but that was just my experience. Was it was just a waste of time. So
See, my
I don't
thing
know.
that I noticed is that, well, obviously you work a lot faster than I do because I can never finish stuff in class. Like, I always have homework. Like, no matter what I do, I just always have homework because I just am slower at stuff and I just take a little longer to get
Yeah.
stuff done, which is just kind of how I am. And I've realized that when I'm at home, yes, I can kind of schedule my day to how I want it, and I spend less time taking the bus and then like my lunch hours, right? Like I can do work in those times, which then are minimizing the amount of time that I have or that I spend doing stuff. But then at the same time, then suddenly the day just get clumps into one giant day of me doing homework and never stopping.
Yeah.
Right? Unlike when I go to school, I wake up, I go on the bus, I get to listen to music. That's kind of my like chill zen out sort of on the bus. It's I don't know. And then I would have lunch and it was like this legitimate break. The amount of times while at homeschooling that I have literally not eaten because I've just been doing homework and then I had to go to my 12:15 class and been like literally where did the time go? Like I had 50 minutes of lunch and I literally don't even know where it went. And then when I'm done my class, I do homework and then I'm like, "Oh my god, it's 5 o'clock." Unlike when I was at unlike if I was at school, I would do the work, I would do some work, then I'd go on the bus and I'd get that break from being on the bus and talking to friends, going on the bus, listening to music, just kind of being on my own, walking home, getting home, and then I can start homework. And then, you know, like it feels like my day is more like broken up and actually has like a schedule rather than just
Yeah.
me if I'm at home and I only have homework to do. I just do homework nonstop. And then there goes the
Yeah.
day. And then I'm like, it's 7 now.
See, you
What?
sound more committed to school
Like,
than I am.
you know?
Yeah, I get what you're
Yeah,
saying though. Like,
I am.
but I don't understand how people can literally just focus on like one thing for like 2 hours. Like, that just does not make any sense to me. Like, I
Yeah, I don't know.
would die, but I guess because that just would not work for me. Like, I need to be doing multiple different things within an hour. Like at work, you would be given one thing and you'd be working on that and going for 20 minutes, half an hour. But then somebody would give you something else, and so you'd work on that, and then you jump back to your other thing, and then somebody would give you another thing, and it was just like you'd always have different things going on. Whereas school, they just kind of would give you the lesson, and it would just be like the same 10 questions over and over and over again. Where, oh, well, just use this method, and then just go use this method, and then go back to that method, and try this one, and then, like, what?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. I don't understand how that works either. Like in my math class, it's 2 hours and 30 minutes. We have like a 10-minute break, sort of, not really. But you go there and you take half an hour to do a lesson, 4.1. Okay? Then she gives you half an hour to do the 15 questions. Of course, you can't finish all 15 questions in half an hour because obviously there's one A, B, C, D, E, F, G, two A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Oh, question 3 is a challenge problem. Whoop-de-doo-dah. Okay? Then she goes to the next lesson, 4.2. Half an hour on the lesson, half an hour on the work. That's 2 hours. Another whole lesson, and then you do that at home. And if you have like 10 questions at least in each, that's like 30 questions at the end of the day that you would have to do. Either cram it in that half an hour or you end up having that work, right? So you sit for half an hour listening to the teacher, writing down notes, and then you're like, oh God, now I have to do this work. Oh, wait, so then you go on your phone for a little bit. Oh, yeah, now it's time to do the next one. Like, it's, oh man, and she even suggested doing like only notes for one day and doing like 5 lessons and then doing all the work for it while you're at home. And I'm like, no way, I am not doing 5 lessons worth of work while I'm at home. I would never get that done. Also, you'd go through a whole unit in a day.
Which is, that's like AP
like
level.
Our last unit only had 4 sections. And we finished it in like 3 days because it doesn't take that long to get through. Like you can go through 3 sections a day. I was like, no way, no. I hope, because she still hasn't told us, because we did like a Google Forms thing, so I'm not sure if it's how many people voted for what, but I really hope that we don't go into that, because that's awful. I don't want to do that. It's going fast enough as it is, doing 3 lessons a day. So, thank you, but no. Like, get that idea out of here. I'm not... That'd be painful.
Yeah, see, I am kind of scared for math, and I don't know if it'll be in the 4th or the 5th quint. So I'm kind of scared because I don't know how it's going to work. Like last year, for the first semester, I was doing all of the lessons on my iPad and just like doing them in notes or whatever. But then in the second semester, what I did do was on paper because I was just like, well, we'll see if I like paper or the iPad better. And then COVID hit and it was just like, oh, well now I just don't really need to keep up with that because that doesn't, like it didn't make any sense. Like foundations and pre-cal make no sense to me. Like why do you need to bring the alphabet and a bunch of letters into a bunch of random numbers that mean absolutely nothing to me? So...
It gets so much worse.
See, but I'm not taking foundations or pre-cal or cal. I'm just doing workplace.
There's no cal. Cal is in... Calculus is in grade 12.
Nonetheless, I'm not doing any of that.
It's pre-cal.
Okay, well that still doesn't make any sense.
Don't you... Pre-calculus.
Yeah.
Pre is before. Pre-calculus.
Yeah, it still doesn't
How are
make
you
any
not
sense.
doing any maths? Isn't it like required?
You only have
Isn't
to
it
do
required
one.
to do math? Like, isn't there... Don't you have to like...
If I did it
You're
this
not
year...
going to do foundations or pre-cal?
It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. And I would get the same teacher over and over again because I'm not in the French program. So whoever I would get, the same teacher, doesn't, like, it made no sense to me at all because the way she taught didn't compute with me. So I didn't do well in grade 9 for the first, it was like the first semester that we had her. I didn't do well at all. And that was just review because of the way that she taught. And I didn't understand how, like, the way that she was going. And then we switched over in the second semester of grade 9, and I got a different teacher. And the way, like, I was doing like 80. Like, that, the way that she taught made so much more sense. And then grade 10, first semester, we had an intern who did okay, but was not perfect in the way that he taught. And same with the regular teacher. She was okay, but I struggled sometimes. And then I got back to the same teacher and got like a 74 or whatever it was, which to me is fine now. But then I was just like, okay, but I went from having near 90 and now I have a 74. Like, why? So now I'm just like, how is it going to help me? And because we didn't actually go over anything about like university or like what you'll need to get into what classes you want, which is so stupid. Like, I don't understand why we didn't go over that even in CAP. Like,
Yeah.
I wish we went over that because I started looking at the courses that I wanted to take in university, and it was just like, oh, well, now you need at least one foundations or pre-cal in order to get in. And I'm just like, okay, but why? It's like adding and subtracting. You don't really need to, like, for the course that I was taking or wanted to take or whatever, it was like adding and subtracting. And I'm just like, okay, but why do you need to have like foundations or pre-cal to understand the stuff that we've been doing already in accounting? Like, what? So I do wish that we went over that in CAP, or even just like the counselors or whatever they're called would like have a sit down thing with each student. And I know that's a lot to ask, but like that's preparing you for the future, or even just have a whole class about like preparing for university or college or whatever. Like, why is that not a thing?
Yeah. I don't know. It should be. That's what we're. That's the whole point of like CAP and stuff. It's like not only to get you like past like high school to like pass your classes, but then also to like what organize yourself for like later after high school. And we have done like nothing. Like I've done a lot of research. I haven't done a lot, but I've done some research like on my own about like universities and what I'm gonna need and yada yada, and then like costs and everything, right? Because like I'm realizing like I'm literally halfway through grade 11 and like we haven't done a single thing, and like applications can start to be due at the beginning of grade 12 depending on what you're applying for, right? So like if you don't know what you're doing by the end of grade 11, like college wise, if you don't have a plan, like you're kind of screwed, to be honest. Like, you know,
which is stupid.
Like you're not completely screwed. 16... You can still figure it out, but like,
yeah, but like, why are 16 to 18 year olds? You can still
figure it out. Like, it's not like you're,
Yeah, there seems to be a super delay.
There's a super delay.
Yeah, it's just stupid. Like, why are 16 to 18 year olds expected to have like their entire lives figured out? Like, that is just mind boggling. Like, why should I know what classes I need to take and what I want to do after high school and university just to continue on with that with my entire life. And it's just like, okay, but why are we not going over this in any class or whatever? Like, where, how are we supposed to start this out here if we don't even know what we're doing? And so I just learned less than a year ago that you still have to take core classes in university. Like, it's not just that you just jump in and you just start taking your like specialties. It's that you still have to do your English and your math and like one other language or whatever
I know.
it was. And I'm just like, but whoa, why? Like, did we not learn all of that in high school? Like, why did they not go over all of that? So now I'm just like, okay, but I just want to get those courses done. Like, why do I need to know more about English? You can read, you can write, and you can speak. What more is there? It's sort of where I'm at. And same with math. We have calculators that do everything for us.
College is like high school upgraded.
Yeah, but it expensive.
Actually, it's like Sims 4 or 5, whatever the newest one that hasn't even come out yet.
Yeah.
I just in the last few weeks I've been like searching like colleges and stuff like that. And like I only just recently kind of figured out that like you still need to take like core classes, and there's like required classes, and it's basically just like high school, only you pay for it.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I was kind of surprised, to be honest. I thought, you know, the whole point of college was you get to pick your classes and choose what you want to do, not just have to pay to do the same thing that you did in high school and have to still go through, like, if it's, let's say you're in, like, med school, or, like, you're in pre-med, right? And, like, there's, like, certain classes that you don't like, but, you know, you still have to, like, do them, like, for med school. Like, yeah, okay, that I understand. Like, I know that not everything in my job I'm gonna, like, love, right? And if I want to go through, like, you know, nutritional path, there's gonna be certain classes that I'm just gonna hate. I accepted that.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm looking on there, and there's, like, 5 different English classes, and I'm just, like, okay, whatever. It's, like, English 101, and there's, like, I don't know. There's, like, I don't know. But I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Like, I thought I was, like, paying to, like, do my own thing. Because that's what everyone tells you. They're like, oh, yeah, when you're in college, it's going to be so much better because you get to choose your classes. You get to do things that you love. And here I am sitting here, and I'm looking at the thing, and it's like, to get into this college, you must have English 30 A and B. And I'm just like, when did that happen? Because I've been told I get to choose A or B. And now you're telling me that I'm not going to get into university if I don't take both the English classes. Like, I feel like that's something valuable to know that not a single English teacher, or any teacher for that matter, has told me.
Yeah. Yeah, see, it just is so frustrating that the system is, like, the entire education system is kind of setting us all up to fail, and it's just kind of screwing us over, and it's just like we can't do anything about it. Like, there's no possible way that we can change anything other than all students go on strike. Like, that would fix it, but not all students are going to go on strike. So there's nothing that we can do to fix it, which is annoying.
Sorry, I didn't mean... Sorry, delay. I'm sorry. I love how teachers and, like, everyone expects people to know what they're doing after high school, but not only that, they expect us to know what we need to graduate to get into certain universities, and know the cost, and have that all planned out, along with knowing what we want to do. Like, where do you start? That's such an overwhelming thing to be like, how do I plan for college? How do I know what classes I need?
Yeah.
Like, going through Like, my mom knew what she was doing going through the university website, but I would be so lost. Like, going into these university websites, I wouldn't have a clue on what I was doing. And my mom was searching up all these different, like, pricing things, and I was like, I don't know how to do any of that. Like, when was I supposed to figure that out? Because not everyone, like, I'm surprised that my mom even knows how to do it. I didn't know that she knew that. But, like, that's what I thought CAP was. That's what I understood as what CAP was. They were going to sit down with us. They were going to go through that. They were going to help us go through how to plan, like how to budget, how to figure out what university's best, or what university has the best education for what you're trying to, what you're going to go into.
Yeah.
Right? Like, how am I supposed to do that on my own?
Yeah.
I need help. And that's what a teacher is supposed to do, but I cannot. You know?
Yeah, see, I wish that there was a government mandated class that every student had to take that would basically walk you through, like, the application process and figure out, oh, well,
Right?
this is what you need to do in, like, early grade 11. Like, have it be in the first semester, not COVID-wise. But just have it be, like, one of the first classes that you take. Like, why is that not a thing?
Or, like, a designated day, or, like, a few designated days where you sit in your CAP class, and that's what you go through in your CAP class for an entire day. Like, that's just all you go through, and then you kind of do, like, a summary, but then you also do, like, individual, because everyone's kind of different, you know? Like, that would have been so helpful.
Yeah. We're all just being screwed every which way. And there's nothing that we can do about it.
Because I genuinely don't understand how I was supposed to know how to find my information about universities and stuff. Like, thank God for my mother, because I don't know what I was doing. And I was so overwhelmed even looking at the university website because, you know, there's all this information, you know, and there's all these different tabs and all these different, like, streams of education you can go into, right? And then, you know, the budgeting and, like, how much everything costs, like, you know? And it didn't seem like we were ever going to learn that, you know? That's what CAP was supposed to be. Not only just passing high school classes, but, like, also planning and figuring out what you want to do, you know?
Yeah. Because
I was thinking earlier this year, I have some friends who are in grade 12, right? And they were like, oh yeah, I just sent in my applications. I just spent the weekend doing... And I'm just like, in a year from today, that's what I'm going to be doing. And I have no plan whatsoever.
Same.
You know? And I was just that epiphany of like, oh my God, what am I doing? Because I don't know.
Same. See, I know that I want to do something in business, and I want to get an accounting degree. But, like, I don't know what I want to do after that. Like, I want a bachelor's of accounting. There were a couple certificates that I wanted to do that would be just online classes from Duke or Yale, one of the two. And then there was one, what was that called? A bachelor's of business admin or something like that. Those were what I was after. And so just for at the U of R, the bachelor's of accounting and the business admin, those two were going to be $16,000. And that is not me living at the U of R. That is not including food. Parking is there. But, like, $16,000 for 2 degrees. What? Like, what? That seems so expensive.
I know.
We also, like, personally, I don't really have anything saved up for university. And
I
yet,
do.
that's in like 2 years.
I have a whole bank account that I don't even know about, and I just went through how much money I actually have, and I went through how much money that would cover if I lived. I think I can live 4 years at a university in Toronto living in a dorm.
Holy crap.
I think that's how much I calculated I have. And that's
Yeah.
not including like working and like all that
And is that with
sort of
like
stuff.
food and everything included? Oh, well.
Yeah,
You might be fine then.
I think so. Yeah, well, but I didn't know how much money I had, to be honest. And that was the first time, because it's not something I've ever talked about with my mom,
So,
ever.
is that
until.
something that she set up, or is that something that you've been actively saving money into?
No, that's something that my parents
Oh, okay, yeah.
set up, and it's something that, like, 90, like, or maybe 60% of the money in that account is from my grandma, and she gives me like a certain amount of money every single year, and then like 16 years later, over time,
Yeah.
that's how much. And then my parents also add into that every single year to
Mhm.
meet like a government quota or something to
Yeah.
get cash back. So, but and I haven't saved up any money personally.
Same.
Actually, well, I started, but like I have started now.
Yeah,
but
I shouldn't say that.
but
I have a limited amount put away for that. But it is like financially it is not my top priority because it's still 2 years away, which is a bad mental state to be in, I must say. However, I have not like I'm right now I'm just thinking about okay, how do I get by right now? I'm not thinking how the hell are we going to cover this in the future?
and then also like on top of that, that's how much I have now, but that doesn't include like student loans that I could get
Yeah.
or scholarships. That's something I completely forgot about, but like you could get scholarships.
I went
That
into
could get-
this online calculator. It was like grant me scholarships or whatever it was called, and they said that I could qualify for like $479,000 worth of scholarships or something like that, which
Yeah.
would not happen, but would like cover all of my expenses if I did. And
Yeah.
like that was also nothing that was gone over in school. Like, how do you apply for one of those?
Yeah,
What
I
is
know.
the best one to go with? Like,
You have to apply. You have to apply on the first day of grade 12. And actually because some of the scholarships are like essay. Because I learned some of these from like my English teacher. That there's some of them that like you have to write like 4 essays. So it's actually smart to start writing the essays in the summer, so that on the first, because I think there's only a limited amount of people who can sign up for a scholarship for some of them, right? So people like rush to sign up on the first day of grade 12. And did I know this? Did I know what scholarships? No, I didn't.
we are not prepared at all.
No.
Which is
No,
so
I don't feel prepared.
annoying and frustrating and aggravating that no one is going over this with us.
I know.
We should start a petition. And just get like all like-minded students to sign and be like, hey, where is the talks of this? Like, how are we supposed to know how to do this? Can you put it in writing? Can we get it in writing from the board of directors saying, hey, why has this not been implemented in schools yet? And get the class going and put it into people's schedules.
Yeah.
Because we're fucked. Honestly.
Yeah.
This is now worrying me.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Fine.
Well, when I found all this stuff out, I was like, oh my god, I'm not, like, ready. Like, I had that epiphany at the beginning of the year, and I was like, I have 1 year left, and in 1 year, I have to have my stuff together. And then I was also thinking, like, in 1 year, if I send in my applications, right? I'm not going to be done grade 12 yet, right?
Yeah.
So they're going to be looking at my grade 11 marks. So I'm like, oh my god, they're going to be looking at what I do this year, right?
Yeah.
Because even if they look at my marks, like, let's say 4 months after, that's still only going to be after the first semester of grade 12. So that's not even like all the classes that I have yet, right? So they have to decide before I'm even done grade 12 whether I'm coming or not,
Yeah.
whether I got in.
Yeah.
So that was just like, oh my god, things matter.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Everything counts. Which is so stupid that you get a mark for every little thing, just saying, hey, you did excellent on this. Like, why can't they just say, yeah, you got the concept, or no, you didn't. We still need to go over this. Like, that seems so much simpler than, like, going over everything. And it would remove so much stress. Like, I have been trying to avoid Power School because I'm doing a little personal experiment just to see if I don't worry so much about my marks, if my state of mentality is better or worse. Like, if I just do the assignments and get them in and do my best, and they're just there, if that makes a difference, like, for me, or if actually focusing on the marks and aiming to get 90s and whatever is benefiting my mental health. Like, I'm just curious. Is it all worth it?
Yeah.
Well.
Well, I think it's time to call it a night.
Yeah.
This was a nice discussion. I liked it.
Yeah.
This was one of my favorites.
Yeah, we got into some true stuff. An actual conversation about shit that matters.
That should be the title.
Shit that matters. Oh, that's perfect.
And now my throat hurts from talking.
Oh. Well, thank you for listening to episode 6 of Anything and Everything. This one was true.
A doozy.
Yeah, but a true heart to heart.
Yeah.
Like, we've actually had a true, deep conversation. Which is nice, honestly. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, well, bye-bye.